I started knowing about the battles of the oligarchy from the Ali must go crisis when we were very young. And then we had different issues with this country and with the leadership of this country. Even when Buhari came into power the first time, when he came to UBTH, when Dr. Scott Mwakwa was rolling an empty trolley to go and meet him, then I was already a medical doctor and I was doing internship in the UBTH. The youths of today do not understand those they are dealing with. They are dealing with old warriors, old oligarchists who know how to fight. One of the things they are going to do is that they are going to use fear and intimidation. They might roll the army out very soon and they will shoot a few youths dead to intimidate others to run into their shells. The next thing they will do is to start arresting people piecemeal by piecemeal. They will target somebody, arrest that person, target another person, arrest another person, and before you know it, fear will start creeping into the system. Then the next thing they do is assassination. Remember Kudirat? They will start eliminating people one after the other. Remember Kokori, Frank Kokori, and the rest that they arrested during the Nupen crisis, during June 12 crisis. They will start eliminating people one after the other, either by assassinating them, by imprisoning them. They will drive them out of the country. Remember Nadeko, they will run into exile. But if you don't give up, some of those oppressing people today are beneficiaries of the struggle of people like Enahoro and the rest others who did not benefit much from the struggle. And so, they will want to fight back. Another system they use is to get hungry young men and individuals who are instruments that suffer from the Stockholm syndrome I told you. Remember Abacha's crisis? There was one young Igbo boy. I can't remember his name, I think it's Kanu, that established one group. They went to Abuja, held conferences, held rallies to support Sani Abacha. But that was a great mistake they made. When they took Ijaw boys from the Niger Delta to Abuja, and they saw the beautiful houses in Abuja that were built with their oil money, they did not know they were provoking a crisis they could not manage. That was how men and other people came up, and then amnesty eventually came. The next thing they will do is that they will start settling some of the leadership. They will corner them, settle them, give them offices and all that. Give them money, give them promises, and then you will see people antagonizing each other. The next one they will do, and they're already doing it, is to play the North-South game. I saw some young men in the North with caps. They say they are youths. They say that they want SAS. They want SAS. I agree with you. It's a democratic setting. You have crisis in the North. But let me tell you, if the army could not defeat Boko Haram, SAS cannot defeat Boko Haram. Let me tell you the truth. Those young men or whoever who came with long caps, they are not the poor of the North. When I recorded here, there were northerners digging ridges for me. The poor of the North have no voice. They don't come on radio. They don't come on television. They can't even speak English. Let me tell you one thing. If you are in the North, they use you to fight your youths in the South. Poverty will not leave the North immediately. Poor education will not leave the North immediately. It is only the children of the rich that will benefit. Let me tell you another thing they will do. I saw some people in Sapele, people from my area, old irresponsible men saying that we want SAS, we want SAS. Maybe they don't have children who drive cars. Maybe they don't have children who have gone to universities. But the point remains, one day intimidation will come to them. If you support a tiger, if you feed a tiger, it will eventually eat you. The other system is that if they don't use the regional card, they will use the religious card. They will say it is Christians that are protesting. They will say it is Southern Christians that are protesting against the North. That is the divide and rule technique. It will not work in this era because in my time there was no social media. There were no hand phones. Today, everything is captured live. Today, the global arena is observing us and they are watching us. I want to suggest that the international community, United States of America, the UK, France, they should be watching. Any oppressor, deny him and his children visa, seize his assets overseas. Don't let them travel to your countries to come and enjoy democracy while they are killing us here. Seize their assets. Let's lock down this criminals of this nation inside this nation with us. We will see who will survive. God bless you. I remain your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. The battle is just beginning. God bless you.
I'm a nurse by profession, but I was extorted 150,000 naira by SAS officer after showing them my ID card. They said they will kill me.
Rape, harassment, extortion, and killings.
They should reform Nigerian police force.
We have done too much. We are not here for the SARS, but the entire Nigerian police force should be reformed.
And SARS! And SARS!
If all the youth in Nigeria die, who will be that future of tomorrow? I want to know.
We need change. We need end to police brutality.
I'm recording the one.
You are journalist.
Run! They're shooting, run! Run!
No, careful. Let me go here. Let me know this.
The youth now are ready for anything possible to make sure that Nigeria is a better place for them.
The grave irony of SARS is that it has become a grotesque embodiment of the problem it was created to solve, and the tail is now wagging the dog.
The Special Anti-Robbery Squad of the Nigerian Police, otherwise known as SARS, is hereby dissolved across all formations, the 36 state police commands, and the Federal Capital Territory.
I want this message to go out to every Nigerian youth. Your voice has been heard. The IGP in Nigeria has disbanded SARS.
We're out here not because of saying they are banned SARS, so we should just go and sleep. We're out here because of police brutality.
I've been shot at Surulere area, see front of that OPR office. They shot my leg, so I'm heading to Randu now.
My brother was a victim of SARS brutality. He was walking the street, he was pursued to his death. We found his decomposing corpse in an abandoned well. And I'm saying I don't want another family to go through what me and my family had to go through.
Yeah, what's going on?
We want to end SARS once and for all and forever.
But hasn't it ended?
Yes. See, it's not to just put it on paper or just say it. Pronounce it, sign it, put it into bill. That's what we're asking.
The disbanding of SARS is only the first step in our commitment to the extensive police reform in order to ensure that the primary duty of the police and other law enforcement agencies remains the protection of lives and livelihoods of our people.
You just keep increasing fuel, tariff of power. What it be done?
Roads they're not do, not do road.
The continuing protests and the rate at which they are spreading is an obvious sign that the people are not satisfied with the president's overtures aimed at bringing the protests to an end.
I want the list of everybody that has had one fatal encounter with SARS or not. I want all their names in Lagos. Yes. If there's any fatal encounter with SARS in Lagos, I want all their names. I have some names. I want to be sure that I have all the names.
And the action continues in Oyo State as protesters gather in Agodi, just outside the governor's office complex in Ibadan, the state capital. Youths in Enugu State in the southeast joined their counterparts in other parts of the country, demanding an end to police brutality. Protesters gather at Freedom Square in Ori, the Imo State capital, as they join the march against police brutality. And in the South, Hundreds of protesters gather at the popular Globe on Wellington-Bassey Way, Akwa Ibom State, where they insist that the state governor, Udom Emmanuel, should address them. Meanwhile, protesters in Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital, defy a ban on the NSAS march by Governor Nyesom Wike.
And the big question again is, how long is this protest going to last? Knowing also that the processes of change and the processes of bringing about change in these reforms that they ask for isn't going to be a one-day affair.
We believe that as we are protesting, we should also join forces and pray together.
This is a time for sober reflection.
Many lives have been lost, and hopefully we'll get the names and the lists of those whose lives have been lost and their families, so that during this budget process, because that is part of the resolution that we reached in this house, during this budget process, adequate provisions will be made for the compensation of the families of those who lost their life.
Are you tired? No. Are you tired? No. We can't